Guys, we have information about Madden 19, and we have a lot of information. We have, hello Madden fans, it's almost time to get your popcorn ready. You still have the opportunity to sit down, to do sit-ups in the driveway. They're making fun of Terrell Owens, by the way. So hurry up and get fitted for that golden jacket because Madden 19 has officially been announced. And I'm thrilled to deliver this first bit of news. Madden Ultimate Team has some exciting things to share, and let's jump into it. Guys, I'm not kidding. It's actually a lot of things. Player upgrades. Let's go ahead and show you right here. So we have Le'Veon Bell. Let's go ahead and zoom in real fast for you guys. We have Le'Veon Bell, and you see right here, this is the new upgrade system / power up system in the game. So you see we have tier 2, tier 3, and as you go ahead and you have to power up these players, it takes a lot more than it used to in the past to power up players. The design has the design that drove the most amount of feedback in MUT 18 was unquestionably power-up players. It allowed you to have the most powerful versions of a player, but it came with some limitations that could not handle without additional development. We definitely heard and understood the feedback and invested in building support for power-up players with a player upgrades in MUT 19. Let's get started at the beginning and discuss what players' upgrading system different in Madden NFL 18, or difficult in Madden NFL 18. First of all, it took a lot of exploring through the sets and knowing exactly what you needed to do. This may not apply to everyone who is dedicated enough to read this blog, but power-ups were too complicated. You needed to know how to navigate through the sets UI, understand how to get team tokens, and then you could actually do and what to do with them. Our first goal in Madden 19 was to streamline this process and make it a lot freaking easier. Started with a new currency type, training. Training is one of the things you need to power up players in MUT 19. The primary way to earn training is by quick selling items you don't need. More on its training is a little bit later. Now we can move on to the next level of accessibility. We added to upgrading the player. Removing the need to go to sets wouldn't be easier if you couldn't just upgrade it from the item itself, instead of getting lost in one of the hundreds of set paths. Yup, we agree. Now when you click on a player, you can actually go ahead and upgrade that player through an option. If that player has an upgrade option, you will be launched into the new player upgrade UI. You see right here. So, for example, you don't have to go to a set to power up a player. Now, you just go ahead and click on the player and you can go ahead and upgrade that player. In order to get more training, you need to quick sell things. Kind of a cool idea, kind of cool concept. As you see in the image above, you now have full access and visibility into all the upgrade options that the player has. Also note that some tiers require training while others require a certain item. As I said before, for example, for Aaron Rodgers, in order to upgrade him, you need his base card and you need this power-up card. So you need to combine them together to power up a player. So some players you will need their base card and other players you won't. And I'm going to take a guess throughout the year, you're going to need more and more players. As you see right here, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. But as throughout the year comes, you probably will need more and more cards, just like you did this year, except it's going to be a little bit more, it's going to cost a little bit more to power up a card. Also note that some tiers require training and certain items. Navigating through the different tiers will also show you what the player's new ratings will be every step of the way. I like this a lot because now when you upgrade a card, before you had to go to muthead.com, go check it there. Now you can actually see what your card is being upgraded. Where's the pluses? Where's the minuses? Like what's your speed gonna look like here? What's your speed gonna look like there? I like that. I definitely think that's very nice. So we touched on how we made this design more accessible, but the player upgrade features needed to do way more than that. I said we listen to the community and understands their frustrations. So let's get started addressing those. First, we should rip the band-aid off and stay up front that once you upgrade an item, it becomes NAT. I mean, we expected this, right? We expected a power-up card to become NAT no matter what. They have this training system in mobile, guys. It's NAT there. We gotta expect this, right? It's going to be NAT no matter what. They're not going to let us sell power-ups. Never will they ever let us do that. The big difference in MUT 19 is that you're able to downgrade and go backwards on players. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, EA Sports. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I can't explain how awesome that is. You can downgrade power-up players. That's what we needed. We need the ability to downgrade power-up players. And the fact you can in Madden 19 is freaking awesome. Definitely excited about that. Definitely happy to see that. By doing this, you will also be refunded a portion of what you invested in that player. Let's dive into examples. This is Aaron Rodgers. You need Aaron Rodgers' base power-up, 80 overall. Tier 1 is 82 overall, requires 100 training. Tier 1. Tier 2 is an 84 overall, requires 200 training. And Tier 3, you need his core elite, and you need, actually no, you just need his core elite, it looks like. So that is it for that. In example, you have to acquire the base elite of Aaron Rodgers' power-up. This item is ultra more tradable, and until this point where you invested 100 training into him and reached Tier 1. So it looks like the first tier of the power-ups all going to go ahead and be ultra more tradable. So the 80 overall tier, the first tier, you can buy that off the block, and you're going to have to buy it off the block to power up a player. So no longer is going to be silver or gold tokens. You actually have to go ahead and, you know, power up off the block, which, what's happening to silver and gold tokens? Let's talk about that. So yeah, Tier 1 from there, you put 200 training more into him to reach Tier 2, and finally acquire his 86 overall core elite. You place that into the power-up set as well, and then you get Tier 3. If you want to go backwards and stop investing in Aaron Rodgers for whatever reason, you can choose to downgrade, but you do not get all your training back. You get a portion of your training back that you invested into the card. Going from Tier 2 to Tier 1 will give you a percentage of the 200 point of training you invested back. We are still determining what the percentage will be, but we will let you know. I'm going to take a guess that they're going to give you probably 65% of it back. That's probably a good number. They're going to give you at least half of it back because it is a lot of training, but they're probably not going to give you all of it. Probably 65%, I would say. And finally, going from Tier 1 to the base will make the base item ultra untradeable. Sounds a lot better, right? So yes, if you downgrade all the way back to Tier 1 from your Tier 3, you can go ahead and sell the base item, which is actually pretty awesome. But wait, there's more. Yeah, he had to. How many times has a brand new player came out and he looks absolutely sick, except his chemistry doesn't match your personal value? Let's freaking go. We're talking about milestones, and milestones are going to be a thing technically. You get to choose your chemistry. I love that. Well, as a MUT producer, as we're removing ourselves from the equation and turning it over to you, the players, in MUT 19, almost no player will come with a chemistry outside of team chemistry already equipped. Instead, you have the option to choose your chemistry slot in a bank full of available options. Let's do a very basic but common example. You did good. You did good, EA. You did good. Yes, thank you. Let us choose our freaking chemistries. You acquire a gold player. When you acquire him, he has nothing but his team chemistry equipped. But when you click on the player and choose the upgrade him to Tier 1, you unlock the scheme chemistry slot. From there, tab over and you see you have a bank filled with all available scheme chemistry options. You get to choose which one is to equip. And just as we've done with the upgrade tiers, you have the ability to remove or change chemistries as well. If you equipped a balanced offense but want to change it to go deep, go right ahead. Madden Ultimate Team wants you to continue to deliver more ways to let you personalize and customize your team to deliver more ways. Wait. My bad. To choose your chemistry loadout as greatly opportunity to further that goal. It's worth noting that none of these players will have the same chemistry options, especially when it comes to chemistry abilities. Players will need to do a certain overall or a certain attribute at a certain rating threshold in order to have the ability appear. The bank of chemistry choices. We do our best to share the information in more detail, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so as you guys saw, you get to choose your chemistry that you do want to choose, which I love it. I love it. I'm not gonna I'm not trying to fanboy over this, guys, but this is so freaking awesome. I swear to God, this is awesome. This is freaking awesome. We have Le'Veon Bell right here. We have upgrade and then you have chemistry. So this is what the chemistry looks like, guys. You see right here. Go deep. Physical front. We have I'm going to completely mess up on all of these chemistries. You see the chemistries right here, guys. And you see right here, tier 1, tier 2. It shows you all the different tiers and what they give you. Solo battles. Another feature we're really excited to talk about is solo battles. Solo battles bring the competitive feel weekend league to players who are more comfortable taking on the CPU. So pretty much, it's weekend league for solo challenges. Pretty much what it is. There will be 13 games per week. In each game, you will try to earn the highest battle score. Battle score is earned from the completing a solo battle game, winning a solo battle game, and the stats you accumulate in that game. There's one additional factor for determining how many battle points you earn, and that's choosing your modifier. The modifier is I cannot say that word for some reason. Of difficulty and game style. The higher the difficulty, the higher the multiplier. Why can I not say that word? Combination? Why? I have no why I cannot say that word. Solo battle games are full game challenges versus CPU. The quarter length is set to 3 minutes, and you will have only one chance to record the best possible results. There is no starting or playing a solo battle games like you can do in traditional solo. So pretty much you can only play a solo challenge one time, and you don't have multiple attempts. So let's say, for example, you play 13 games. It's just like online. You can't just restart a solo. You have to play it, and whatever you get is what you get. Those stats are counted. Sorry if I sound a little weird in this video, guys. I did not sleep last night. I have no sleep in me, so that's why I probably cannot say this word for some reason. But nonetheless, yeah. So, guys. Solo challenges are for the quarter. Yeah, so solo challenges are full game challenges for CPU. The quarter length is set to 3 minutes, and you will have only one chance to record the best possible results. There is no restarting or playing a solo battles game like you can do in traditional solo challenges. Each week, your goal will be pretty straightforward. Earn as many battle points as possible. The reward structure for solo battles will look pretty familiar to Weekend League. There are 14 different reward tiers, which include players who are top 100. We're not quite ready to detail the exact reward for launch, but we plan on sharing those details when we're closer to that date. There are one more really unique aspect to solo battles worth mentioning. While you are playing against the CPU, the roster will comprise of real-life MUT teams. This means, wow, so you're actually going to go ahead and play. So they're going to take someone MUT team from the game, and you're going to be playing against them, but they're going to be the CPU. Kind of cool concept, kind of cool idea. Let's wrap up talking about the solo battles by outlining what our current thoughts process is for content release. There is a chance that there could be, but it's what we're currently planning. This could change, but this is what we're currently planning. As mentioned earlier, there are 13 games that include a featured opponent, which is up for the entire week. The featured opponent game will also increase the amount of battle points that you can earn. So it's really important to play them each single week. Here's the schedule. Monday, new solo battle week begins. Featured opponent plus first 4 games available. Wednesday, next 4 games available, and Friday, last 4 games available. And this is what solo battles looks like. You see right here, we have solo battles 1, 2, 2 dev, and then of course, obviously, this is they're just showing this like they don't actually have the names of the gamer tag, so that's why it says dev and stuff. So it's not actually what it's actually called. But we have opponents selected, my rank, top 100, and featured opponents. And this is the solo battle progress. 1,000 points, 4,000 points, 304 battle points. We have 70 battle points, and we have 2,149 battle points. And you see right here, games completed, and all the stuff you get for going ahead and completing that solo. That Weekend League solo. Squad, challenges, MUT squads return in Madden 19. Guys. We're excited about this. I promise this is going to be better. You don't have to play the people now. You get to play the solo challenges. Are we going to lag out of these two? Most likely. Yeah, so you play the solo challenge. You play pretty much against the CPU. Blah, blah, blah. While there's few new squad challenges each week, you'll be able to replay them over and over again for consistent coin rewards. In addition, there's a sizable first win reward and an extra incentive to beat each of these challenges every single week. Squad challenges, you see right here, easy challenge, medium challenge, and then we have the hard challenge, and you can replay these for coin rewards. Pretty cool idea. What else? In addition to the 3 major features as we have built, there were a few other important things worth touching on. A good place to start is an additional that all of the Madden will benefit from. All people in Madden will benefit from, and that's inclusion of 7 new specialist positions. So we have the push right / left defensive end. We have the rush defensive tackle, the slot corner, the sub linebacker, the power halfback, and the slot receiver. I really like the slot receiver because that's actually, something that obviously we just call it the third receiver. Whenever you like do a MUT lineup, everyone just calls third receiver the slot receiver. So, but it's actually a position now. I'll save the deep dive for the future blog, but as a high level, there positions were created. These positions were created so that the gameplay could tag formations with these new specialist positions. So pretty much they made it so that you could go more in depth when you're choosing a play or formation to have these certain players in the correct spots. And here's a look at the full breakdown. We have quarterback 1 all the way down, and now we have the you see right here offensively. So it's pretty much the same. Of course, center 1, 2. Obviously every single position has 1, 2. Halfback has 1, 2, 3. And this is going to be what the your actual roster will look like on your MUT screen when you go to MUT lineup update. So kind of cool concept, kind of cool idea. Definitely like how they're adding more things to the game. Tell me down below, guys, what's your opinion of all this? I'm sorry if I sounded a little weird when I'm reading this. Again, for some reason, I try not to sleep a lot, and it really doesn't help me. Nonetheless, guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I really like this. I'm excited about Madden 19. I know, obviously, it's my job to, provide content for you guys when it comes to, this game and stuff. But I do genuinely love Madden. I've loved Madden my whole entire life, so this is no different. I'm excited about this game, guys. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.